Good morning, second graders and a few first graders. You are in for a special treat. So we have some friends coming from 12 Corners Middle School. Most of them were here, right here at Council Rock, but now they are up at the middle school and they are a brass quintet and they are led by Mr. Perez. So can we give them a round of applause, please? And I'm going to hand the microphone to Mr. Perez.
Thank you. Good morning, all of my second graders, some first graders I heard. It's so nice to see all of your faces. Again, we are the TCMS Brass Quintet, and you may be wondering what those words mean. Brass meaning what these instruments are made of, and then quintet because there are 5 of us in this group, okay? So it's a Brass Quintet. We are super excited to play for you and kind of chat about a few things with music. So we're just gonna get right into it. You may recognize the first piece we're playing. It is the Imperial March from Star Wars. Thank you so much for that applause. Such an awesome audience. So that was the Imperial March from Star Wars, and we're just gonna keep going. So each and every one in this quintet, we're gonna kind of like demonstrate what instrument we have in our hands, because you may not recognize some of these instruments, or maybe you do, and that's awesome. So I'm gonna start. This you're gonna notice, it looks like a tuba, but it is not a tuba. This is called the baritone, and basically the baritone is just a mini tuba. That's all it really is. It does play lower notes, but not as low as the tuba. So it is very similar looking, but not the tuba, and you'll notice that there are just 3 different, we call them valves, these 3 different things that we have here to make the different notes on the baritone, okay? So this is the baritone. It's a super fun instrument, and I have a lot of fun playing it. I will say I'm a clarinet player, so raise your hand if you know SpongeBob. Yeah, Squidward. That's actually why I started playing the clarinets, because of Squidward. And I would hope that I'm not as bad as Squidward, okay? But yeah, so this is the baritone, and I'm gonna play a quick little snippet of a piece. It's called In the Hall of the Mountain King. And we're just gonna play a little bit of it, okay? So here we go. Thank you. I appreciate the applause. So that is the baritone. It's a lot of fun, and once you get over to French Road in 4th grade, you'll have the option to potentially start playing a band instrument. So stay tuned, and I will love to see some of your faces in the middle school for band. So we're gonna keep moving on to our next instrument.
Hi, my name is Andrew, and I play the French horn. So one really cool thing about the French horn is that it was first made from animal horns. And another cool fact is that if I were to stretch out this instrument and make it one pipe, it would be 13 feet long, so that's 2 of me stacked on top of each other. And I want you guys to guess the song I'm about to play.
My name is Noah, and I play the trombone. One cool thing about the trombone is that it has a slide. That makes it different from all the other instruments. One fact that I think is kind of funny is that the trombone originated from an instrument called the sack butt in the 1500s. But my favorite part about the trombone is a glissando, which I will demonstrate in this solo that I'm about to play.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael.
And my name is David, and we both play the trumpet. I got 2 fun facts. First one is, if you unwind all the valves in a trumpet, it would be about 6.5 feet, which is just a foot taller than me. And another fun fact is, the world's biggest trumpet was about 4,400 pounds. I'm gonna play a tune you guys might know. It's Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Alrighty, so those are the different types of brass instruments in a brass quintet, but there are some other brass instruments as well, and of course in a band there's woodwind instruments, flute, clarinet, saxophone as well, which aren't here with us right now, but you'll see those in the future, and you might already know what they look like. So we're gonna take a second to see if there are any questions that you have about our instruments. And one question I have for all of you, and I would love to just see a raise of hands, if you have any siblings or friends that play an instrument in the middle school or the high school, or even at French Road? Okay, yeah, I see a lot of hands. Awesome. And then keep your hand raised if it's a sibling. I'm curious what siblings we have. Okay, wow, look at you. Awesome. And that can include string instruments as well, because we do also have our orchestras here at Brighton, which has an awesome program. Awesome. Okay, hands down. I love to see so many people who have friends and family in the music and band and orchestra program. So if you have a question about any of the instruments that we have here on stage, make sure you raise your hand real high, and I will try my best to point you out to see what your question is. So I'm going to start with my blue sweatshirt friend over here in the front.
How much does it cost? How much does an instrument like that cost?
Oh my. Okay, so for an instrument like this, it can be quite expensive, and it really does range from certain amounts, but I'll probably say for a baritone, a really nice baritone would probably be around maybe like 8,000? I know. Yeah, it's scary. Okay. Awesome question. Keep your hand raised if you have other questions about the instruments on our stage. I'm gonna look for someone more in the back. Let's see. Okay, I have a friend back there with like a pink sweater. Yeah, keep your hand raised. I see you. Yep, with a pink sweater. Yes, right there.
How many songs can it play?
Oh my goodness. You can play any song your heart desires on these instruments, okay? So it's really up to you. I mean, we only have like 2 songs up here on stage that we have prepared, but we can play anything. Similar to how you can sing anything you want. You can do it on any instrument as well, okay? That's a lovely question though. Okay, I'm gonna go to this side. Let's see. Thank you for helping me out too. Let's do my friend in the green shirt in the middle.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay. How long is the instrument? Like, they unwound it, how long? How long is it? Like, how big is it? Okay. How big is the instrument?
How big is it? Well again, this is like smaller than a tuba, right? So it's still, obviously you can see right now, I'm able to hold it in my hand, kind of. It's a little hard to hold sometimes, but it's on the smaller side. I would probably say around like 3 feet. But if you were to like unravel it and put it as like one long tube, it would be a lot longer, probably around 6 feet or so, around there. So these instruments can really stretch and be bigger. All right, we're gonna go for like maybe 2 more questions before we move on. Whoa, so many hands. I love how curious you are. Let's see. Let's do my friend in the stripes right here. Yeah.
How long would the world tour tuba be for?
Longest
my.
tuba.
That's it. You might have even stumped me. There's some really big tubas out there. And I will say for tubas, it's less about how long they are and more so like how big and wide they are, okay? So that's part of it too, and that's what makes the tuba sound lower. But I don't really know if I have an answer to your question necessarily, so you stumped me. Congratulations. I don't know the answer to your question. All right, one more question. I'm gonna see in the back, because I feel bad that I've neglected you guys. Let's do my friend all the way in the black with the light blue sweater.
Yes, Jacob, loud and proud.
Jacob. Yeah, that's okay. I forget my questions all the time. Oh, there we have it.
Remember it? Want to say it, Mrs. Whitman? Jacob, think of it, and then we'll come back to you, okay?
Which one? Purple. Yes. Okay, I'm right here, so I can answer your question. Go for it.
What inspired you to play
That is a lovely question. So the question was right here was what inspired you to play your instrument? And again, I will say this instrument in my hand is not the instrument I started off with. So I am a clarinet player, like Squidward. And so when I started in 5th grade, I think it was, yeah, 5th grade, I thought the clarinet looked funny, first of all. And I was like, maybe I could be better than Squidward. So I'm gonna try it out. And here I am, and I now teach. I teach band instruments, and it's a lot of fun. And it's also fun to just play with a group of other people, and you make a lot of friends too with the people you play instruments with. So that was a lovely question. Thank you so much. All right, I love how many hands I see. We do have to move on to some other stuff, but thank you for your curiosity. And we're gonna continue moving, and we're gonna try our Council Rock theme song on our instruments with some special guests.
So we're gonna have each of them introduce themselves and then say first and last name, and then also tell if they remember and if they were here, the teachers that they had, or a teacher that they had.
I'm Andrew, and I, in 2nd grade, had Miss Leavenow. Andrew.
I'm Noah Fritzler, and in 2nd grade I had Mrs. Ackerman.
I'm Michael Montague, and I remember I had Miss Tripp for, I believe, 1st grade.
In kindergarten, I had Mrs. Higgins. In 1st grade, I had Mrs. Flaherty, and then in 2nd grade, I had Mrs. Yearleys. And my name is David.
David. All right, let's give them a round of applause. So, one of the questions that I have is, because I have kids at home who are learning instruments, and this isn't their strength, how much do you guys practice? Be honest, Mr. David. All right.
I practice about half an hour a day.
Only time I practice is in school.
I practice at my house once a week.
I practice about 1 hour each week.
What?
Nice. So, if you take an instrument, yes, you practice in school, but there will be practicing at home so that you can get as good as these guys. So, that is all the music they have for today. So, can we give them another Council Rock thank you?